Hi, everybody. So I just wanted to go into some predictions today and talk a little bit about kind of how to handle what's coming. So, and then I also wanted to talk about what I actually do. So I'm going to put that in there as well. But I wanted to talk about the timeline, and it's shifting, obviously, constantly shifting. But I did get that there was something that kind of interrupted the timeline that we were all hoping for over this last week. I do get that it's still coming, and there's something that they want to disclose first, is what I get. So something kind of big will come out before the big, boom of everything. And I don't know what that is. And I'm starting to think that I shouldn't say what I think it is because it kind of interrupts things. So we just want it to go as fast as possible. So I don't want to interrupt any of that forward motion. And I wanted to say that, now that we're seeing so much disclosure, even on the regular, news, it's kind of like the disclosure we're seeing is going to be, that's what's going to fall first. And so basically the government and this poke are going to all go first. So that's going to be the first thing that falls apart in the world. So the first thing that falls apart in the world is going to be our government system and then the medical. So it'll be really quick when it does finally get going. And I do feel like that's very soon, but I don't want to jinx it. Okay, so, and then I think, we can kind of see in the news after that what's coming next. And that seems to be the education system and the indoctrination that's going on there. And you can also see a lot of the stuff that's happening, like Disney is falling, there's stuff going on with Twitter, things in the world are starting to really fall apart now. And when that boom happens, whatever it is, which I've said already, what I think it's going to be, it's either going to be a mushroom cloud, which is not going to be real, but will be like advertised or said, oh my God, this is coming. We have to, take over. And that would be when the military would come in, or it would be something to do with like a large block of arrests that were made public. And obviously the MSM has to be telling the truth at this point. So those things have to come out as true. We have to know what's real. And this is really all for the sleepers. So just be kind of aware of that. Don't get too involved in what's going on. There's so much, it can really overwhelm, and it can really start to drop the consciousness. So be really careful about that and try to stay away from watching it continuously, even if you have a spouse that's in the home or a family member that has not been awake and they are consuming that information. Leave the room, go do something for yourself, put in earplugs if you have to, whatever you have to do to only see parts of it, because you already know what's been happening. So you don't need to relive it. And as far as what I do, so I want to also show you what I do, because I get a lot of questions about this lately, especially as I'm taking more and more appointments. So let's see if I can get to the right. Here we go. Okay, so here's my website. So it's balancingbodyandsoul.com. And what's going on here is that I do body work and it's remote. And I also do subconscious clearing work. So if you need to have body work done, what I do is I balance. So I basically energize certain parts of the spine to balance the brain's messages to the body. So we're balancing the body so it can clear its own illnesses. So it's a self-healing, but basically we're reprogramming so that the self-healing can begin. So that's what zone technique is. So and it's 6 different areas. So like glandular and muscular. So all these different areas. And what I do is I ask my higher self which one you need that day. And then we go from there. But if you were physically in front of me, I would be palpating your skull. I would be also asking my higher self, those kind of things. But I'm using energy remotely to stimulate the spine, to reprogram the brain, basically to balance the brain so that the signals are going to your body correctly so that your body can heal. So that's what zone technique is. And then coaching and subconscious clearing, it really depends on what you come with. So if you need to know things like, where am I from? What's my most important past life? Why do I feel this way? If you have a block that is really affecting your life, so say you're getting into the same relationship issues or the same money issues or those kind of things over and over again, then I'm clearing those subconscious blocks. And you may need more than one session for all of that. So it also is tremendous for healing the body, because the reason that the body got out of whack in the first place came from the subconscious and the emotional body. So the emotional body is what first gets affected, and then, your body gets affected after that. So it's really important to release both. So I'm happy to say that I can release them from the subconscious and then go ahead and release them from the body with a different technique. So that's what I do. And then I'm doing classes, which are very inexpensive. And those classes I'm clearing, and then it's kind of like a community. So those are great. You can see those there. And then what is my mission is a free consultation. And it's usually about, what is coming for me. But also if you have something that you just need to discuss, or if you need to learn more about what I actually do in sessions, then you can make one of these what is my mission appointments. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I've gotten a lot of questions lately. And I also wanted to talk about the pop or the event that's about to come. Like, as far as what I'm getting now from my higher self, I am seeing that it's this week. And I'm seeing that it's a huge pop, and then basically things start to calm down the last couple of weeks, at least for the people who have been awake. For the people that have not been awake, not necessarily going to be a great month. It's going to be a tough month, but it's important that people begin this process of awakening because we really need it to start happening. And I think we're going to be very grateful as it does begin to happen. We just have to hold the light for ourselves and spread that energy out, which we'll do automatically, but take care of yourself during this time period. Because really the self-care and the giving of assistance is going to be the biggest thing that we do as light beings or star seeds, whatever you want to call us, the people that came here to raise the consciousness. That's our job right now, is to stay in our high consciousness vibe. So do everything you can to do that. And what else? Self-care mainly. Yeah. And that's basically all that I have for you guys today. But I just want to say that just to remember that you came here for a purpose, and that main purpose is to be yourself. So whatever you can do to let go of things that have been affecting you or patterns that are not good for you, they're all going to come up right now, and work through them. So do whatever you can to work through them. You can journal, you can do active meditation, which I'm going to do a video about, but basically find your passion and go do it. It could be crafts, it could be painting, it could be gardening, those kind of things. Take care of you and release the feeling of, I have to be this certain way to please the outside. Please your inside. Go inside and please yourself right now, as far as self-care. And that might mean also like taking care of yourself by finding a new job or finding something different for yourself to do, because you're not being supported in what you are doing. So just kind of think about those different things and just take care of you, because you matter and you're here for a reason, and you're really helping right now, even if it doesn't feel like it. Bye, everybody. See you soon.